Hi everyone, my name is Kasia. Thank you so much for joining me today. And today I have another podcast episode for you. This is podcast episode number 3. Sorry for any noises, it's the demon Calico cats running around. As I said, this is podcast episode number 3 and it's been a month since I recorded one. So I have a lot to talk about and I have only around 40 minutes. So I will try to be quick. One thing, in today's episode I will be showing some boards with information on the side of the screen. And something you don't know about me is that I am a front-end engineer. So for my day job I do web applications, and I decided to create a little helper that will create those boards that I will be showing, a little assistant that will be creating those for me based on my Ravelry. So let me know what you think about them, what information they might be missing. There will also be a QR code that you can scan and go directly to my Ravelry page. And also, if such a website is something that you want to check out, just let me know and I will try to share the link with you. Okay, let's get into it. So my first finished object is something that you already see, and this is my Fjäderganser. This is a pattern by Rauma Designs and it's knitted with the recommended yarn, which is Rauma Fivel. I bought this yarn as a souvenir when I was at the beginning of December in Oslo with my husband, and it's a stunning design. I used a pattern from this booklet. So it's Rauma Garn 425 Fivel Dame. And all the patterns in this booklet are made with Fivel. The booklet is in Norwegian, but I managed to make this pattern with the use of Google Translate. And I have followed only the instructions basically. And now we have a dog joining us. This is Morty. Please don't mind him. So, as I said, I have managed to make the sweater using the Norwegian pattern. I use Google Translate. And I have followed the instructions only for the yoke part. So, you cast on for the collar immediately. The collar is quite long and wide. You do some very rapid short rows, like all of them are stacked here, which creates this triangle, but on the back it's very nicely pushed up. And so I followed the instruction for raglan increases, but basically once I felt like it's deep enough and wide enough, I did my own thing. I split when I thought it's okay, and then I only followed the charts, which are very simple to be made because they are quite symmetrical and geometric. I used the recommended needle size, which is 4.5 millimeters if I remember correctly. The sweater has been done for a couple of weeks now, and I've been wearing it quite a lot because it's really light, like it's very airy, but it's very warm. And in Poland it was very, very cold for the past few weeks. It's been that there have been days when it was minus 20 Celsius degrees. And having such a light and comfy and at the same time airy sweater in which I don't sweat, I just feel the warmth, but I'm not sweating at all. It's been really nice. I love the colors, I love the sweater, I love the fit. I will try to put on some photos of me wearing it. with Morty on my knees. I am not able to stand up. The only thing is that the yarn is spilling quite a bit already. Morty, watch out. So I'm not sure if you are able to see it. It might be difficult to show, but trust me, there are quite a lot of spilling happening, especially on the sleeves. But I hope that it will shed for the first few wears, for the first few weeks, and with the peeling it will stop. At least that's what I hope for. So let's see. I don't mind. I will depeel it when necessary, but Rauma Fivel I think is a woolen spun yarn. It's very airy, very lofty, so yeah, the fiber has to go somewhere. So yeah, very happy with this one and with the simple modifications that I made. It's fitting very nicely under the coat. It's still, no, it's a deep yoke, but it's not as deep as in the original pattern, so very cozy but very usable at the same time. Okay, my next finished object is something that you have seen already as well, and this is my Dagmar zipper sweater. I have shown you this in the previous episode. It was still unblocked. It didn't have the zipper put in, but now it's done. The only thing is that I have not yet woven in the ends, but we will ignore that. I have already worn this a couple of times, even though the ends are not woven in, but I've been wearing it around the house, so it doesn't really matter. And it has a lot of cat hair on it, mixed with the alpaca sticking out, so yeah. The zipper is in, and this is some random zipper that I had in my stash. It's a basic black zipper, metal zipper with like dark metal teeth, and it has bloomed really nicely. It's very drapey, very airy. I made size 4, no modifications at all for this one, apart maybe from the lengths, but I never follow those the lengths that are recommended in the pattern, because like they are recommended for the specific height for the specific person, and everyone has different lengths of the torso, of the arms, of their height, so I see no point in actually even looking at those numbers as references, because it really doesn't make sense for my size. But I am so happy with this one. It's really cozy. I thought that it will be thicker. I have worked with Lima before, but I believe I used 4mm needles for the other sweaters that I made with it, and they are a bit more dense, a bit more chunky. This was made on 4.5mm needles, and it's definitely like, it's still not see-through at all, and the fabric is perfectly alright. It's just that it's not an outer piece that I thought it will be. Well, it still is an outward piece, but maybe not for the weather that we have right now. But I hope that we will see some spring weather coming to Poland soon, so this will be perfect. And I really like the color. Like, I never had any like purple garment in my wardrobe, but I think this one actually, like this color, suits me really well. So I think I need to make something purple in the future as well. And yeah, so this is my Dagmar zipper sweater. And with the leftovers from this sweater, I have made my another finished object, which I will share in 1 second. So I have the next finished object here. I just need to detangle it because I have been already using it a lot. As I mentioned, this is something that I made with the leftovers of Lima from Dagmar, and this is a Sophie hood. I look ridiculous right now. I actually finished this one whilst I was on a work trip. In the previous episode I said a business trip and it sounded so serious. No, it was just a work trip. My company once a year makes like a huge party because we all work remotely. So once a year they bring everyone to one location and we have like a common party. So this is what I made whilst on the trip. And we were in Palma de Mallorca, Spain, which was amazing because it was so warm. Like, it was so warm compared to Poland, where we had -20, and in Mallorca it was +20 some days. But in the evenings it got quite cold and I didn't have a hat, so once I finished this one I was using it daily there. And it has not been blocked yet. I'm not sure if I will block it because it's perfect as it is right now. I will probably wash it once I wear it a few more times, or maybe after the season, just to keep it clean. And I really like it. I didn't do any modifications. It's the smallest size. The only difference in sizes is the length of the scarf part, so this part. I didn't even measure it if it's according to what the pattern says it should be after it's done, but I feel like it's a perfect length for me to just wrap it around twice. It gives a lot of volume here, a lot of warmth, and the hood fits very nicely. I can wear it more tightly as this to cover my ears, but if I just want a little bit of warmth and still have like an airflow happening here so I do not sweat too much, it's possible to basically make it more like cape. But yeah, this is very useful. I really didn't think that it will be so fun both to work up and to wear, but it is, and I'm definitely making more at the end of the year to have more for the next season. And actually it was so fun that when a friend of mine, a girl who is a physiotherapist of one of the demon Calico kittens. One of the kittens has broken her leg when she was very little, and she had a surgery, and then she had to undergo through a physiotherapy. So that girl, we became friends, and at the end of the whole therapy cycle I have gifted her a Musselburgh hat. And she said that she never wears hats, but because it was so cold in Poland for the past few months, she has been wearing that one, but it was quite a thin one. So I said that maybe I will make you something more substantial, like a bigger hat, or maybe like even just a headband if you don't wear hats. And she said no, not really. But then I sent her a photo of me wearing this and she's like, oh, I really like that one, could you make me a black one? And I did. I do not have a photo of it because like I have made it in a few days, and I immediately then gifted it to her because I didn't want her to wait for it, so I can take a proper photo. And since it was black and the weather is terrible, the lighting is terrible, I didn't want to wait for the proper light to take the photo. And yeah, so I just took it and gifted it to her. And I made it with 2 strands, so Filcolana pernilla, no, Peruvian Highland wool, the thicker one. It was the first time that I worked with this yarn, and it's really soft. I was surprised how soft it is. Very squishy, like it's not scratchy at all. It almost feels like a super wash yarn, but in the best kind of way. So I really like this yarn, and I'm thinking about making something with it in the future already. And then I added a strand of Katya Athena, I think. It's it's not a lace weight because it's a bit more substantial than a lace weight, but I used it as a lace weight thread. It's cotton, merino, and a bit of cashmere, and I just wanted to make sure that all the all the gaps in the garter stitch, maybe it's not that visible here, but I just wanted to make sure that all the gaps in the garter stitch all filled out nicely, so there is no wind coming through. Since she is not really used to wearing hats, I thought that she will be wearing only the hood by itself, so I just wanted to make it as windproof as possible, and I think that it worked out nicely. I had to do some, not even modifications, but I had to take into account the gauge. And what's nice in the Sophie hood pattern is that Petite Knit tells you not only the numbers you should work towards too, so like she gives you a number of stitches you should have, or you are recommended to have by the time you start the hood, but if you're working with a different gauge, so she also gives you a number of centimeters you should have when reaching the hood, and I reached the number of centimeters way before. There is like a snag here. I reached the recommended number of centimeters way before I had the recommended amount of stitches. So what I did is that I worked like 10-15 centimeters of the scarf part without increases, because I still wanted a bit more of length here, and then I worked the hood part as instructed, but she also tells you, like, if you modify the number of stitches that you have here, she gives you instructions on how to adapt it. So in the end, I think it's just the hood part turned out a bit bigger in the other version, but still my friend is very happy with it and she has been using it, so it makes me happy as well. I have 2 more finished objects, and both of them are connected. They are made with the same yarns, and I have only one of them here because the other one was gifted already. So yeah, let me start with this one and show you the yarn, the fabric. This small thing with its ends not woven in yet is a bandana that I made for one of my nieces with the leftover yarn that I had from making a t-shirt for her. So she had birthday some time ago, and yeah, the girls being the only small kids in the family, they have absolutely everything. So whenever I ask them what they want, they are like, I don't know. She didn't want anything, but she said that she would like a lilac t-shirt, and I believe she is 9. So it made me very happy that she actually requested that on her own. So I made her with the same yarn. I made her a modified flax worsted. So I used the flax worsted pattern by Tin Can Knits. And I have followed it as recommended for her size. I just omitted the garter panel on the sleeves to make it a bit more t-shirt like. And I modified the way it was finished, like the hems and the neckline. I did the neckline last version because there are two ways you can do it in the pattern, so they tell you how to do it instantly. So you cast on, you do the neckline, and then you follow with the body. But you can also do it at the end, and that's what I did. And for the finishings, I did 1x1 rib, one row of stockinette, and then I bound off it like knit over knit. Very simple, but it actually gave a really nice effect. Like, I think I did only like 3 or 4 rows of the 1x1 rib. It resulted in quite a summery look. I have some photos, I will put them here. And the t-shirt was already gifted. She really likes it. She has worn it already, so I'm really happy. And I had some yarn left over, and this yarn is a bamboo cotton blend. It's 50-50 bamboo and cotton from a Polish company called Kokonki. They started their brand as a company selling those cakes, multicolored cakes for crochet shawls, basically, mainly. It was very popular a few years ago. And they have expanded their selection. They have smaller cakes in a single color, in different types of fiber. And this is what I have bought from them. I have bought 2 cakes. Each of them was 80 grams and 400 meters, so like a fingering weight on their own, but I held them together and it gave me a worsted gauge. And I had really like this much left. I made the bandana, and the name of the bandana is Sunny Bandana. I will have it on the screen. Do not remember the... I will have it on the screen. I do not remember the designer's name, but it's also a free pattern. So Flax by Tinkin, this is a free pattern, and this one as well. So I just need to weave in the ends and gift it to her on the closest occasion. But I think, I'm sure I need to make like a similar bandana for her sister, because I don't want her to be sad, and I need to take a look at my stash and find some summer yarn scraps to make something similar for her. And I actually really like it. During summertime, when I go to my allotment garden, I also use bandanas to cover my head from sun. So I think I might make one for myself as well, because with those thin straps, it's quite easy to have them wrap around your head and not give a bulk of fabric that's actually hitting the head. And I modified it. The pattern says to do an I-cord strap for that, but yeah, I tried it and I didn't want to make a huge I-cord strap with this yarn, because when working normally, it's very nice, but for some reason when I was doing the I-cord, it was splitting a lot and it was sliding a lot, so I did not like that experience. So what I did is that I made just a simple, I'm sure I won't be able to show it to you, but I made a simple crochet chain. I just did it quite tightly, and then you have those stitches here, you have them live, so you're supposed to work an I-cord with them. But what I did is I just made single crochet for those, and it looks really nicely. It's not rolling, it's and there is no bulk, so I'm very happy with that. Let's go with the project that I said I will cast on for my trip, and I did cast it on. It's the Snuggle is Real cowl by Maxim Cyr. It's a cowl that I'm making for my husband in 2 colors of Double Sunday. The colors will be on the screen, and this one is so boring. Like, good thing that it was after I finished my Sophiehood. Good thing this was the only thing that I had with me in Mallorca, because otherwise I wouldn't have worked on that one. But I'm almost done. I just really don't want to work on it because for some reason it's so boring. It's like a slip stitch pattern, 4-row repeat. And I think the colors, even though there is not a lot of contrast between them, they work out really nicely in the end project. So I need to do a few more centimeters of this part. Then I will go back to doing the ribbing, and the ribbing is actually done with a provisional cast on, so you can fold it over later. So 2x2 ribbing will be also done on this part, then fold it over. Somehow I will also need to make holes for the I-cord string, and then in the end I will be doing a stockinette lining with some lace weight yarn. Honestly, I don't think I will finish this one in time for this season, because even though I could, like, after I'm done with a few centimeters of this pattern, the ribbing should go quickly, and even the lace weight lining, because it will be on a looser gauge, it should not take that much time, but it's so boring. But I will make it. Whoops. I will make it. I think my husband will be happy with that one, but I'm not sure if he will be able to wear it this winter. Okay, I have quite a few works in progress as well, and some of them are more exciting than the others. This one is something that I deem boring as well, just because it's not exciting to work up at the moment. This is a puppy tee that I will be making into a long sleeve version. This is a pattern by Petite Knit. I am making this one in Rauma Finul, again a yarn that I bought in Oslo, in this very spring inducing color. I think once I finish this one, it will be amazing to wear, because it's simple. It's not as thick as the other sweaters, because this is done at a sport weight gauge. The construction is very cool. I think it will lay nicely on me. So right now it hits me at the very end of my what's it called, shoulders, but I think once I attach the neckband, it will pull in a bit, and then it will be quite fitted around the shoulders, which I like. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having this one. It's just that I'm in the middle of the body, and it's just stockinette in the round, so I'm not working on that one that much. I actually My solution to working on that is that together with my husband we are watching Taskmaster, so the British comic show where comedians are asked to do weird things. And because I can work on this one without looking at it, I can actually participate in watching of the show. With other projects I can listen to what I'm theoretically watching, I can listen to that, but not necessarily pay full attention. And with this being stuck in the round, it's just like I don't care about what my hands are doing at all with this one. So yeah, I need to watch more Taskmaster. Yeah, I think I need to do like around 10 more centimeters of the body, even maybe a bit more than the sleeves and the neckline. And I'm thinking about modifying the pattern a bit. Not even the pattern, like just the trims, then the hems. I'm thinking about doing stockinette folded over edges, but we will see. And for now, the yarn is really uneven, like my stitches are terrible. Not sure if you can see it, but yeah, it's really not nice. It looks awful at the moment, but let's see how it blocks out. Happy to have it. I will be more happy once I'm finished with it. I have 3 more works in progress, because I was working on the Snuggle Israel hood and the Poppy tee, and I was done with the other more involved works. And I was saying to my husband that I am so bored. I am not getting any excitement from my works at the moment, and I was just going around and trying to find something that might spark that joy in the making process. The cat is running around, so sorry for any noises. First of them is something that I have mentioned in my sweater yarn quantities video. I will try to put on the link somewhere here if I manage to figure that one out. But yeah, I took the most colorful yarn in my stash because I thought that it will bring me joy. And it kind of does. So I have those 2 skeins. I will put up a picture of this very fuchsia color and this colorful mohair. Let me actually grab it. So the fuchsia is just fuchsia. It's a hand-dyed yarn, but it's more or less uniform in color. It's just very pink with some under-dyed spots, but that's fine. And then I'm pairing it with this mohair, and this skein is actually much more green than the one that I was using for the current, for the part that I was working on. This is the Cosmo sweater by Rust Knitwear, Simone Ryan, I think. I have made this one in the past with Drop Slima actually, but I made it too dense. It was way too hot for me. So this time making it with fingering weight yarn plus a lace of mohair. It's much more drapey, but I'm kind of disappointed in how the yarns work out. Like this being very pink, I was hoping for something very bright, very much in your face, with those very much in your face specks of color from the mohair. But what I did not take into account, and this is much more obvious with this skein, like this skein I was working on this part, it was in the skein form was looking much more pink, much more saturated, much more vibrant, and with this one I actually see my mistake. And in the end it's much more muted and grayed out in the end result. Like you can clearly see a lot of white coming through from the mohair. But I'm not giving up. I think it will still be fun because of the pattern itself. It's quite simple, like it's a raglan with the broken rib on the top, and the broken rib is then, once you join in the round, it's broken with like a cabled border that creates this triangle here, and in the middle of the triangle you still have the broken rib, and on the outside of it there is plain stockinette. It looks really nicely, and I still think that once I'm done with the whole thing it will look amazing. I'm not doing any yarn management because I usually don't, because I'm lazy. But now looking at this skein, I'm thinking that maybe I should. I have a little bit of leftover of the first mohair skein here because when I was winding it up into a cake, I was like 80% done, and then it just flew off the winder and I had to cut it and wind the last 20% individually. So maybe I should do like some management here to do helical knitting, but on the other hand, maybe not helical knitting, it doesn't make sense, but maybe just carry the mohair strand and alternate it every second row. So yeah, I need to think about it. I need to wind this one up and see what it looks like in the cake form compared to the one I used here. It's still very bright. Like, I mean, for a regular person this is very much still in your face. But I'm a bit disappointed with how it's working up. Still will continue, and I hope in the end it will still be very fun. I was looking through the patterns published this year, so in the past month and a half, and when I saw the Kelly rabbit bonnet, the designer's name will be here, I fell in love immediately. I thought that I need to make this hat bonnet for every kid that I know. I do not have kids of my own, but I will make it for my niece, for my friend's baby, and I have started actually with the smallest size, and I'm using 3 yarns. So this is Lana Grossa Setasuri Degrade, so it's Setasuri that has those variations, ombre variations of colors. This is drops brushed alpaca silk in this very fuchsia color again, and this is a very thin strand of lamb's wool that I bought on a con a few years ago. I have a lot of it, so I just added it here to give it a bit more structure and fluff and color. And I love the fabric that those 3 yarns create. It's very delicate marling, and I think that with the more I work on it, like I have just started it, this Setasuri color changes will add more to the final effect, but it's very lovely, it's very delicate, very girly and very squishy fabric because true strands of alpaca, brushed alpaca are creating very squishy fabric. The bonnet is created in a very fun way because you work it flat for the first part. So you start with the ribbing, like you do a few rows of 1x1 ribbing, then you do a few centimeters of stockinette, and once you reach, like, I don't remember, a few rows, and then you do gussets for the ears. Then you will put the ear stitches on hold, and then you will join it in the round, like here. I have no idea how to show it, but you will join it here so those flaps will still be open, and then you will attach I-cords here, and the crown will be worked in the round, and there is this nice triangular decreased shape happening at the crown, so it's fun, and this will be so cute. I have 2 more skeins of setasuri. This is a leftover from something as well. I have 4 skeins of the brushed alpaca silk in total, and I have a lot of the cone yarn, so I will definitely make a sweater to go with the bonnet. This is small and simple, but at the same time it's bringing me a lot of joy because of what I'm working towards, which is so fun. I have one more sweater that I'm working on, and this one, I told my husband that if I complain that I am bored with this one, he should yell at me, because there is no way you could be bored while working on the amount of cables this one has. I love cables. I love working on cables. I don't find it difficult at all. I don't use the cable needle, and for this one you don't need. It's very intricate, but it's all smaller cables, like 2x2 or 2x1 cables, and the pattern is Vinka by Natalie Pelik. If I said anything incorrect, it will of course be on the board. And it's all over oversized cabled pullover, so it will be a lot of work, especially because I think that she even uses a tighter gauge than me. Well, I'm sure, not I'm sure she uses tighter gauge than me. But I am working this one with the Rerum Natura Ulysse, which is a sport weight yarn, and I am using 3mm needles for this oversized sweater, fully cabled. But this will be so wearable for me. I get overheated quite quickly, so if it's -20, this is perfect. Other knits that I have are quite nice, but since we are going into the warmer season, this will be so wearable, so fun, in this beautiful green color, very much spring appropriate. And as I mentioned, I'm working this one on a different gauge. The recommended stitch gauge is 40 stitches per 10 centimeters. I did not reach that. I don't remember my gauge, but I calculated, and instead of making size 42 or 44, there is quite a lot of sizes in the adult pattern, and I will come back to that in a second. But yeah, I should be making size 42 or 44, but with my gauge I am making size 34, which means that I will be working through less stitches, which is a bit better, but it's still a lot, and it will still give me a lot of positive ease. I mean, this is the back panel, so I'm working this trapezoid shape, doing increases on every row. And as you can see, like, I'm not done with the increases. I think I have like 1/3 left, and it's still huge. So it will be still very much oversized and beautiful. And I finally got a grip of the pattern repeat. It's not that obvious, but I think I have figured it out. But I, of course, did not figure it out at the beginning. So this first pattern repeat is incorrect. But I was not sure if it's actually incorrect, or maybe I just need to work further to see the pattern emerging. It is incorrect. I put the twists, like the offset of twists, in the wrong way. But I don't think, like, if you know, you know. But because it's at the top, so the first row, you might think that the pattern is not yet established, so I don't think it's that visible, and there is no way I'm ripping that back. Love the color, love the cables, labor of love, but I'm fully prepared for that. Beautiful spring color, and yeah, I will be working on this one a lot because I wanted to have it in time for a bit warmer days, for the first days when I can actually wear sweaters without a coat over them. So I will be prioritizing this one. And one thing I want to mention about the pattern, it's you get sizes for everyone. Like, you get sizes for kids, I think toddlers, and then the adults. So the size range is incredible, and it's all in the same pattern, like in the same purchase, but you get two pattern files. One is for kids and one is for adults. Can't wait to work on this one, actually. Like, I will finish the recording and I will work on this one a bit more. So this is all the works that I have been working on in the past 4 weeks, I think. I have some acquisitions. I have some souvenir yarn from Mallorca, and then straight from Mallorca I went to Łódź, which is a Polish city in the central Poland. We went to a concert with my husband, and I visited a yarn shop there as well, so I bought some yarn. But I will not share it in this episode because the next episode that I want to do is about my spring plans, and I will share those purchases then. So if you want to see my spring plans, click subscribe, and if you like this video, click like, maybe leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the boards that I've been showing throughout the video, and if you want to see the website that I built. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a lovely day, have a lovely week, and see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye!